Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be talking about massive news of a huge development involving ServiceNow on Hedera, and we'll also be discussing an article published by Forbes which references to Hedera. So before we talk about the main story today, I'd like to show you a clip featuring the Hedera founder Lehman Baird going into detail and providing some insights about why Hashgraph technology could bypass and is more superior to blockchain technology, and how the utility of Hashgraph technology could bring about a number of benefits and more benefits compared to blockchain.
You could say, though, that blockchain is referring to how you come to consensus. You do it by building a chain of blocks, and maybe what you do is you have a leader that decides who the next block will be at any given moment. Oh, wait a second. If we're going to have a leader decide, then if we know the leaders in advance, we have a real problem, because an attacker could flood that leader's computer with packets and shut it down. And even if you change leaders every few seconds, if you announce ahead of time who they're going to be, then the attacker can just follow the leader and shut down your whole network for a long time by shutting down one computer at a time. So if blockchain means that particular way of getting consensus, oh no, there's radically better ways of doing it. So the hash graph is the way of doing it. So instead of saying, we're going to have leaders that are chosen randomly. Maybe you know them ahead of time, maybe you don't. They take turns adding one block to the chain every few seconds or every few minutes. Instead of that, in Hashgraph, every validator is pumping out blocks as fast as it can, and all of them end up in the consensus sequence. They all end up in a particular order in consensus. No stale branches that have to be cut off, no taking turns. The fastest, most resilient way to do things is don't take turns. Don't have a leader. Don't even take turns having a leader. Just everybody blasts out what they want all the time. And as a group, they come to consensus on what order to put them in, which of course was that really hard problem that we solved 30 years ago, but takes too much communication. And now we do it with zero additional communication. And so that is how Hedera works. It's built on the Hashgraph algorithm that gives you all these secure guarantees, because there is never a leader, not even for a moment, which is why it's the A in ABFT. Asynchronous means you don't have to worry about an attacker shutting down one computer at a time and destroying your whole network.
So with the abundant number of benefits attached to the utility of Hashgraph technology as associated with Hedera, this has led to a number of the largest organizations around the world seeking to have a direct affiliation with Hedera and actively using Hedera's use cases, where one example of an organization which is at the center of utilizing Hedera's network is ServiceNow, where in a recent development involving ServiceNow, an update has actually been highlighted and provided insights about, again, how the Hedera Governing Council member ServiceNow is set to build an offering on Hedera, where a thread of tweets were put together and noted to the benefits of this collaboration, where the first tweet stated, "Thrilled to announce the launch of the ServiceNow ESG regenerative finance application powered by the managed Hedera Guardian service." So upon this tweet, an article was actually put together and went into a lot more detail about this initiative, where upon the article it was noted to how ESG regenerative finance is a new protocol that ServiceNow is looking to enter into. And again, this development will see the building of sustainable financial ecosystems and in turn leveraging the overarching Hedera network. So the actual article continued and stated as to how regenerative finance represents a transformative approach to finance, aiming to replace traditional finances, extractive and exploitative practices. This approach fosters a financial ecosystem that can effectively address all stakeholders' present and future needs. So this means that the rolling out of regenerative finance as provided by ServiceNow will bring about a number of benefits in terms of improving financial architecture and infrastructure, which will go about moving financial developments away and improving financial infrastructure compared to traditional financial services. And the actual article continued and stated as to how ecosystem to generate climate assets by seamlessly integrating with the Hedera Guardian open source tokenization engine. So again, this development will see ServiceNow's regenerative finance application being actively built and based on Hedera's tokenization service. So the tokenization service and tokenization engine as provided by Hedera will go about improving the seamlessness, especially in regards to the ability to mint specific assets through Hedera's consensus and tokenization service, and this will bring about a number of benefits for ServiceNow's applications, including its financial developments, where this development will see the harnessing of the benefits and the innate qualities attached to regenerative finance. So again, a second tweet was also provided referencing to this partnership, where again it stated to how Hedera's Guardian open source tokenization service will be leveraged and incorporated into ServiceNow's ESG offering and the offering's ability to track climate assets with again the robustness provided by Hedera. So this is a diagrammatic illustration of how the ESG regenerative finance integration with Hedera and the climate asset tracking protocol will be associated and integrated into Hedera's use cases, and this will spell significant benefits for the overarching Hedera network and for ServiceNow's applications, where the implementation and incorporation of ESG regenerative finance applications will see the benefits of Hedera's network being utilized, including the ability for tokenized assets to be minted at predictive rates and at cost-effective levels, and very seamlessly and at rapid rates. And this is in stark contrast to other DLT innovations on the marketplace and other networks on the marketplace, where there's a number of limitations attached to the other mainstream DLTs, including the likes of Ethereum, where in regards to tokenization applications on Ethereum, such actions will be quite limited, and such actions are less predictive in regards to the amount of fees one would have to pay compared to if a individual user or business used to harness the benefits of Hedera's tokenization service. And this is compounded with Ethereum also being limited in its TPS and its throughput. And this is in stark contrast to Hedera, where Hedera is actually one of the fastest networks on the marketplace, and through its Hashgraph consensus mechanism, as detailed in the initial clip, this mechanism makes Hedera's applications a lot more seamless, and its ability to verify transactions in a rapid manner can be done so quite seamlessly. So very exciting, and it indicates again the benefits Hedera's network provides and why the likes of ServiceNow have integrated its ESG applications and developments onto Hedera, and how this could benefit the organization's workflows. So a third tweet was actually highlighted and detailed, where it stated, renewable energy credits. Through this integration, we can efficiently quantify and monitor renewable energy, making each renewable energy credit a testament to sustainable efforts. And finally, the final tweet stated to again the benefits of tokenization applications on Hedera and the benefits of the integration of Hedera's Guardian services into ServiceNow's applications. So the wide-scale utility and the abundant number of use cases and innate qualities attached to the benefits of Hedera's network makes it a highly attractive proposition and makes it ideal for a number of use cases in the case of the utility of Hedera's network by the likes of ServiceNow. So this development adds to another use case surrounding Hedera, especially within the eco-friendly industry and ESG, where a number of other organizations have actually turned to Hedera in regards to applications such as carbon offsetting and other ESG developments. So it looks like Hedera is looking to become more integrated and more widely utilized for developments involving ESG and carbon credit marketplaces. So very exciting, and it goes to show the benefits Hedera's network provides and the innate benefits Hedera's mechanisms, including its consensus and tokenization service, can bring to a number of big organizations, including the likes of ServiceNow, for applications surrounding tokenization and other developments. So very bullish news for Hedera, and again very exciting that the likes of ServiceNow have actually turned to Hedera for this development. So another story I'd like to talk about is an article published by Forbes, where the article actually went into depth about the recent FedNow payment infrastructure, which is set to be rolled out by the Federal Reserve in the US, where the article was entitled, "FedNow has launched as blockchain innovation delivers new-gen instant payments." So the article went into depth about what this FedNow payment protocol will involve and how the utility and the rolling out and the implementation of FedNow's payment services will lead to outdated and pre-existing services, including FedWire and Fed ACH, being less utilized, and as a result the utility of FedNow services will become more integral and will be abundantly more utilized in factors surrounding interbank transactions and retail transaction infrastructure. So very exciting, and again goes to show the benefits of FedNow systems and how the benefits of FedNow could improve the seamlessness and the rapid nature of banking services. So the actual article went into a bit more depth again and stated as to why the FedNow payment system was actually rolled out, where the article noted to how a number of private entities and peer-to-peer payment protocols, including the likes of PayPal and Venmo, have been quite limited in their ability to verify instant payments in recent times. However, this limitation is completely overcome through the rolling out of FedNow, where FedNow comes with a number of benefits, especially in regards to the authorization and the verification of transactions in near instantaneous rates and levels. And these key concepts and characteristics makes it a highly attractive proposition and an ideal payment protocol, especially in regards to peer-to-peer systems, as compared to the likes of private entities, including Venmo, and more legacy infrastructure associated with the likes of FedWire. So a number of innate qualities which makes FedNow a highly attractive proposition and a network of choice, especially surrounding the verification of payment around the US. So the article went into further depth and noted to how this development will see the showcasing and the implementation of the instant payment service providers Drop, which is a Hedera-based micropayments platform. So Drop again is a payment provider which offers instantaneous payment authorization, and the service is actually built on Hedera's network. So the proposition and the utility of Drop services by a number of stakeholders, and due to it being backed and based and built on Hedera, will mean that the likes of FedNow can now harness the benefits of Drop services to enable near instantaneous payments. And all of these mechanisms are due to Hedera's Hashgraph consensus service, where again Hedera's Hashgraph consensus service brings a number of benefits in terms of allowing for near instantaneous payment protocols to be authorized and enabled at a given time. So again, it goes to show the benefits of Hedera's offerings and why the likes of Drop services have been implemented and utilized by the likes of FedNow for the mentioned development. So very exciting, and there's not too many other DLT organizations which have been actively incorporated and utilized by big organizations or even institutions as Hedera has. So this puts Hedera ahead among the majority of other DLTs on the marketplace. What are your thoughts on Hedera? Are you excited about ServiceNow's utility of Hedera? Let us know your views in the comments below. Thank you for watching, Crypto Clan. Don't forget to like, subscribe and click on the notification bell. Let us know your views in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.